Hey, how's it going? Life's okay? It's alright? Alright, cool. Hi! Welcome to Noir Star Emporium. This is our vlog about growing and operating a dark and whimsical fashion, art, and lifestyle brand. I'm the Eggman, co-owner and artist for Noir Star Emporium. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and also check out our store at shopnoirstar.com. Today I want to talk to you about one of our cornerstone products that we offer at Noir Star Emporium, and it is our t-shirts, or our shirts really, and the artwork that I put on it. So if you come with me, I'll take you over to our shirt wall here inside our actual store. So here inside our store we have our shirt wall corner. Let me just tell you a little bit about the shirts and kind of where they kind of evolved from. So before we launched Noir Star Emporium, a couple of years before, probably right around COVID, I think it was. Maybe it was right before COVID. I attempted to launch my own shirt company, and it was all print on demand. So I did a bunch of designs. I had my website, promoted through Instagram and Facebook. I did all the things that you're supposed to do, and I couldn't get it off the ground. I couldn't sell. I couldn't do enough to actually make it feasible for me to continue doing it. So I gave up. Then eventually I learned to do some screen printing. Even then, that was hard to be sustainable and actually make money doing it, because I'm focusing on just trying to do the e-commerce route, Etsy, and Facebook Market, or whatever it was. I had difficulties. Those who were able to do print on demand, set it up and successful, more power to you. But I have a feeling that a lot of people were a lot like me and struggled and eventually gave up. So when we did Noir Star Emporium, first couple of vendor events, we know we wanted to do clothes. We were going to do some artwork with clothes. We did want to do t-shirts, but I'm like thinking, maybe I just had a little, still had a little bit of that bad taste in my mouth about, with the shirts and, the failure. But as I say, with failure, you learn some very valuable lessons. So we do not do any print on demand here. No direct-to-garment printing. We do small run shirts. So when I say small run, meaning we only make about 20 at a time, we'll do 20, and then once it starts running low, then we'll print more. And the way we do that is a process called direct to film, and that is where ink is printed on film and then is put in a heat press. The heat press heats up the ink and transfers it onto the garment. You might be thinking something similar to me, like, so it's just sitting on there? Oh, it's not going to last. It's going to wash out. The opposite. What the heat press does is it bakes the ink into the fibers of the shirt, and they do hold really well. There are some printers I've used where the quality was less than stellar, and there's other printers I've used where the quality is just perfect. So a little trial and error. But anyways, we started doing vendor events. We had a small run shirts and sold 2-3 shirts the first time we really kind of put them out. And then 2 more events go by, don't sell a shirt. Then all suddenly bam, we sell like 8 shirts in a single day, which is good. I mean, 8 may not sound like much, but when you just have a table and a rack, and you know you have a bunch of other little, just pieces of art and other, stickers and things on your table, and you just have a rack of shirts and 8 sells, so that's good. And then it just keeps happening and happening. And one of our first designs that really kind of had an impact was my jackalope. The jackalope with the ram skull. One of the first shirts that really kind of sold, that did well from those early batch. Another one, and this wasn't even planning on being a shirt, just sort of happened. This was a design I made, and it is the Noir Star tree. Very popular. The shirts themselves, I want to make sure that, any shirts I buy, it has to be a shirt that I want to wear. I don't spend, $40, $50 on a single shirt, or even $20 on a shirt. For a blank. We buy these wholesale. So they're not bottom of the barrel. These are 100% cotton, ring spun cotton. So they're very soft, very smooth. There is a little bit of shrinking, but that is kind of to be expected. We have customers coming back and they're like, "Oh man, I love your shirts. They're so comfortable." And that's wonderful. That's great. So I mean, I love when people come back and buy another shirt, and then they come back 2 months later, buy another shirt. You can see, I actually have several shirts here that we've done and that are seasonal. So we have a few Creepsmiths, Hexsmiths, Gothsmiths shirts that we've taken down because, well, season has passed. We have some shirts that are no longer on the shelf because they did not sell very well, so they got moved to clearance, where they are slowly moving out. That's fine. I mean, the whole point of us doing small runs is kind of help find out what works and what doesn't work. And since we started doing this, I have a pretty good idea now on what our customers are looking for. And I mean, it's actually pretty exciting. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts. And our tarot shirts, our custom tarot designs that we do, one of our best sellers. And they're fun to draw. I love doing this. It's what I'm passionate about. Learning from the whole trying to do print on demand, trying to, come up with designs and seeing if they work, doing it through that online experience. Horrible. The market is just flooded with talented artists. I feel like you can't open up a dialogue with people, and people who come into our store, they'll see something like, "Oh, that's interesting, that's cool, that's clever," and I just like talking about it. I just like be like, "Oh, hey, yeah, so this is what I was thinking. This is the story behind all this." Our skeleton mermaid. I was on an airplane flying back from California because of a work thing, my day job, and I just had an idea about a skeleton mermaid, and I drew it up and put it on a shirt. And then there was a design that we're thinking, okay, we're just going to have it out for the summer. Yeah, that design is constantly being reprinted because it is also a very good seller. Our Everyday is Halloween shirts. Um, again, this here was supposed to be a seasonal shirt. It was only going to be out for Halloween. But then, Halloween passed, and we were debating whether or not to move over to clearance or just kind of leave it on the shelf. And through the first year we had this out, I think it may have sold more during the Christmas season than it did the Halloween season. And it just sells year round, and I think that also kind of like drills into our brains, at least with me, that this is something that needs to be like a cornerstone theme of our store. That, yeah, sure, we celebrate Halloween year round. We know that, the goth community celebrates Halloween year round. But as we're growing, we're learning. And that's the whole point of this vlog, is how we're growing this brand. And it's not just the goth and super alternative people that come into our store and buy this shirt. It's just everyone. I mean, you don't have to look a certain way or be a certain way. There's a lot of people who really like Halloween year round, and stuff like this. They're like, I like that. I mean, I really, really do. And I'm like, me too. So the t-shirts, cornerstone of the brand, they've really helped us sort of identify, a lot of the artistic direction for our company, and really, what do people like? What do they not like? The anatomical heart with the arrows through it sold really well at first. Then it almost like completely died down, and now we're starting to see it picking back up again, and it's fascinating. It's very fascinating. If anything I said in this video you want to talk about more, leave a comment, and let's start a dialogue. These shirts can be found on our website, shopnoirstar.com. I'll probably be making a part 2 of this video, showing really how these shirts are made, from design to print to getting onto the shelf. So, thank you so much for joining me while I rant about